Hey, church. Thanks for taking a minute with me this week. I just want to give you a little bit of encouragement, talk to you about something that I find pretty concerning in this time, as well as update you on what this week looks like. If you don't know, maybe you've been at home enough days now in a row that you've forgotten kind of how your calendar works because all the days sort of blend in, don't mean anything. This is Passion Week. This is the biggest week in the Christian calendar. Friday is what we know as Good Friday, and then coming to Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday. And so big things on the horizon, and yet dramatically different than what they have always been in the past. And so we're looking forward to celebrating that as a church, especially because one of the things that I think we're seeing more and more in this kind of response to pandemic is this two-sided battle of emotions where you have on the one hand this stress and anxiety and weightiness of all that is coming with this that just seems overwhelming. There seems to be quite a strong appetite of fear and a desire to figure out what's going to happen, what's coming next, and how do we be safe from this, and how do we prevent it? And it has this ability to sort of overrun our lives. And then on the other side, you have this feeling of just frustration, right? Your life as you know it has been kind of stripped away from you, and what is now in its place is this shell of a life that seems to have no social connection, and it's filled with all of these restrictions, and then you're back over on the other side worried about whether or not you can buy toilet paper, and so many things going on. And here's the cry that I want to just plead with you over and over again, that this week is going to be so heavily about as we connect with you virtually. It's that hope and peace in this time comes in Christ alone. That Christians in this day and age ought to shine brightly in the world, because here's the thing, we don't find our hope in this world, and we don't find our peace in this world. And so whether the world is safely and normally walking along, or everything is turbulent and we're stuck at home in pandemic and life is different as we know it, it should not change who you are in Christ. Christian, you ought to have a hope that is bigger than what this world can offer. And so maybe you're struggling with that. Maybe that's not how you feel right now. And I'm encouraging you to cling to that, to return to the hope that is in Christ, to stay grounded and rooted strongly in it. Maybe you're just frustrated by how different your life has become and why you can't go outside, why you can't visit people, and why you can't do this, that you would give those things to the Lord and cling to Him, knowing that He is your hope, He is your peace, He is what is sustaining you in this time. And if you're struggling with it, here's what I'm going to encourage you to do. 3 things, okay? First of all, Good Friday, 6 p.m. Friday. Join us on Facebook Live or on YouTube. Spend a little bit of time. We're going to keep it short, half hour, 40 minutes on our Good Friday gathering virtually, remembering the work that Jesus has done for us on the cross once and for all, and that it would be deeply moving into what it means to be a people of peace in Christ. And then Sunday, Easter Sunday, 9 a.m., we'll have a Sunday school Zoom call just to kind of spend some time with one another on Easter. And then 10:30 is our morning Easter service. Want you to be on that virtually. Want you to invite people to be a part of it virtually. Set up a watch party if you're techie and know how to do that. If you don't, still get online, find a way to be a part of it, be engaged in it. If you need help with that, you reach out to us. We'd be happy to help you. And then the third thing, and this is important for us as a church and us as believers, we're going to ask you to pick a day this week and just take a time intentionally to fast and to pray. That means to go without food. Now, be smart about it, right? Be healthy about it. But in doing so, that you would go and forego your eating for a day. And in that time that you would normally set aside to eat, and in those hunger pain, that you would take those things and you would use them as opportunities to pray that God moves in really powerful and extraordinary ways over Good Friday and Easter this week. We know, church, we know that we have a hope in Christ that supersedes all of the things of this world. Let's cling to it. Let's be an example of it. And let's glorify God in all that we're doing.